Good afternoon, everyone. Today, we are going to learn about the two of the various legal bases and policies of special and inclusive education, the RA 10665 or the Open High School System Act and the RA 7277, the rehabilitation and the integration of disabled persons in mainstream society. Let's get started. But first, let us read our lesson objectives. At the end of this lesson, you will be able to gain understanding about the RA 10665, the Open High School System Act, and the RA 7277, the Rehabilitation, Integration of Disabled Persons in Mainstream Society, how it works, and what it's all about. Okay? So, education is a fundamental human right and that should be accessible to all, regardless of the differences in abilities or backgrounds. Because without proper education, our opportunities becomes limited, right? Let's tackle first the RA 10665 or the Open High School System Act. The former President Benigno Aquino III signed Republic Act 10665, the Open High School System Act, on July 9, 2015. This law aims to provide access to quality secondary education in the Philippines through alternative learning system, allowing students to study at their own pace. Yes, allowing students to study at their own pace ensures long-lasting learning. Why? Simple, because they don't feel pressured. They take their time to process an important information till they understand it. And we should know that students are diverse. As an educator, we must consider that as it is being stated in the law. Lawmakers saw this system when it was still being proposed in the Congress as a means to bring educational services to high school students through different means such as print, radio, television, computer-based education, communication rather, broadcasting, teleconferencing, and other multimedia learning and teaching technologies. So as a result, the students will have no other reasons not to study, right? They are able to study on their own without having to regularly attend classes in conventional classrooms. The law also states that DepEd or the Department of Education is in charge of authorizing public high schools and other institutions to practice open learning, which should still adopt the standards and learning competencies under the K-12 curriculum. Mandates every school division to establish centers in authorized mother high schools for learners to the open high school system. Will hire teachers that will manage the center in full-time basis and encourage the adoption of the Memorandum of Agreement between Department of Education and LGUs to define their respective role in the system. Moving on to the key features of RA 10665. First is flexible learning. Students can study at their own pace, as what I have mentioned earlier, and schedule, accommodating work for other commitments. Distance learning utilizes technology and learning centers to deliver instructions to students who are geographically distant from a traditional school. Third is Mother High School System. A designated main secondary school manages and oversees the learning centers for the Open High School program. Fourth is the catering to diverse needs, aims to provide access to secondary education for individuals who may face barriers like financial difficulties, disabilities, or family obligations. Fifth is the curriculum adaptation. The curriculum is designed to be flexible and can be tailored to meet the specific needs of individual learners. Now let's proceed to the RA 7277, the rehabilitation and integration of disabled persons in mainstream society. So the Republic Act number 7277, also known as the Magna Carta for Disabled Persons, was signed into law by President Corazon Aquino on March 24, 1992. It is an act providing for the rehabilitation, self-development, and self-reliance of disabled persons and their integration into the mainstream society and for other purposes. Yes, this act establishes programs and policies to empower disabled individuals through rehabilitation, skill development, and support systems. Ensuring their participation in society, it promotes equal opportunities, accessibility, and self-reliance, enabling them to lead independent and productive lives. This law also seeks that to promote the rights and welfare of persons with disabilities or PWDs in the Philippines. It ensures their equal opportunities for employment, education, health services, and accessibility in public spaces. Yes, this law aims to eliminate discrimination and ensure that PWDs can fully participate in societal with dignity and equal rights. But how can they be given equal opportunities in employment and education knowing that they are handicapped? Yes, even though PWDs have impairments, they can still work effectively with the right support. Being handicapped doesn't mean incapable. It just means they need support to perform tasks differently with proper accommodations. Many PWDs can work productively and learn effectively. Just like anyone else, laws like RA 7277 ensures that barriers are removed so that disabilities do not define a person's opportunities in life. It was later amended by the Republic Act 9442, which strengthened its provisions, including additional privileges and benefits for PWDs. Moving on to the key features of RA 7277. First is the accessibility. The law mandates the creation of barrier-free environments in public and private buildings to enable PWDs to access services and facilities easily. Two is education. Guarantees the rights of PWDs to access quality education, including necessary accommodations and support within school to facilitate their learning alongside other students. Third is employment. Employment promotes the employment of PWDs by encouraging companies to reserve positions for them and provide necessary adjustments in the workplace. Fourth is healthcare access. Ensures PWDs have access to healthcare services, including rehabilitation programs, and provides discounts on medical costs. Fifth is social participation. Promotes equal participation of PWDs in cultural, recreational, and supporting activities aiming for full integration into society. Sixth is legal protection. Provides legal mechanisms to address discriminations against PWDs and empowers individuals to seek redress for violations of their rights. Seventh is the discount privileges. Grants PWDs discounts on certain goods and services, including transportations, entertainment, and utilities. Okay, so that's all for today's discussion. Class dismissed.